following program contains disturbing materials that may not be suitable for some resellers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, welcome back to the channel. This is John with Flippin' Ain't Easy, and I'm going to try to do something a little different in this video. And maybe it's something we do more often, and it's just really diving deep into my account. So what I want to do is I want to build my sales. I mean, I guess everyone does, right? But what I want to do is I want to scale my account. Now, you guys who know my store know that I've kind of hovered around 220 to 250 items consistently. And I guess you could say that I've done fairly well. So if we shoot over here, now I have split screens for a reason, because I'm going to use some AI. Now, I don't care what you use. You can use whatever you like. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Grok, you can use Gemini. Knock yourself out. And I guess after you use enough of these programs, you're going to kind of figure out what works best for you. That's for a different part of this exercise. Before I get into AI and all that, I just want to go into my account for a minute. So I have 299. I've taken the last couple weeks, and I got to shout out Joe from Profit First Reseller. He is a fairly new channel, but man, he's just an inspiration. Totally positive guy, very upbeat. He is an electronics seller, and he kills it. Really, he just kills it. Now, he has around 1,400 items in his store, has sold about 1,500 in the last 90 days, which is excellent. And it's something I really have drawn some inspiration just by watching his channel and looking at his store. So shout out to you out there, Joe, if you're watching. But my goal is to improve my sales. Now, it used to be, and I'll show you this here in a minute, it used to be that my goal was to simply do 500 a day. Now, that was a goal that we set a few years back. We haven't yet achieved that. And how you know you achieve that is if you, I'll try to make this a little bit easier to read if I can figure out how to use my scroll wheel here. So here it is. You can tell because if you're averaging $500 a day, your sales are going to be hovering around the $15,000 mark. Now, this is before this is before shipping, before your cost of goods, before your eBay fees. But if you're running, in my case, about a 45% margin, that $15,000 gross turns into about 7,000-ish in profit. That's what you take home, you have in your pocket. And I think many people would agree that that is not a bad month in sales. So we're not far off. Now, I can say that my last 30 days on the other store is about 1,500. Okay, so we're really hovering at about the $14,000 mark if we're adding both in. Both running about the same margins as well. A lot of low-end things. I sell a lot more items in the store at a lower ASP. This store I sell at a $75-ish, $74, $75 ASP. So looking, and first of all, let me just say this. It's never a good idea to look at someone's store and to say, I got to be that person. Oh, they're doing it, I can do it too. So I don't want to fall in that trap either. Joe has a unique situation. He has a different family life. He has a different background. He has different sourcing available to him. He has a different business model. I don't want to be Joe. I want to be me, but inspired by someone like Joe, if that makes sense. So I really want to get in here and ramp up the business, and I don't need to have 1,400 reservations. It's funny, thinking of the Amtrak lingo in the call center. I don't need to have 1,400 sales. I simply need to have, in a 90-day period, I simply need to get my store up to. Now I'm going to say a number, and you guys know I don't like listing to a number, but just for the purposes of simplifying things. So what I want to do is I want to get my store up to about 1,000 items for the first phase of this. Okay, I don't know if necessarily the AI tools that are coming are going to help me all that much. Maybe they'll speed some things up in my business, like when I'm creating my drafts. Like at least once a week, I'm spending about 3 hours doing my drafts of about 50 items. Doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're doing it online and you're dealing with electronics, and there's a certain way, I got to have quality in my listings. So that may help me like kill a bunch of that time. I'll have that time back. So I may try that out at first when it comes out. But for me, I've got to figure out the things that maybe I should have tried to figure out a long time ago. And that is, how do I scale? So we know that my listings, I'm at, where am I? 299 listings right here. Just listed over 300 today and had some sales. Okay. eBay wants to play tug of war with me. I call tug of war when you make a bunch of listings and you get a bunch of sales. Make a bunch of listings, get a bunch of sales. So I have no problem. If I am stimulating eBay by bringing my store size up, then I tell eBay, bring it on. I'm up for the challenge. So first of all, I'm going to get rid of this because I'm not interested in using priority strategies. So reclaim that. So that's where I'm at. This is the key. This is what I want to look at, though. Your total revenue. What's your total revenue in the store? I have $26,000 in revenue. Now, if I bring the store up to 1,000, then I will be, as long as I'm not cheating, I'm putting the same amount of value. Average sale price $75-ish. That means I'll be lower in some items and higher in others. Then I can really get this thing up to over $75,000 to $80,000 in value in my store. Now, again, that may not seem like a whole lot to some of you bigger sellers out there, but you got to start somewhere. So that's my thing. By having value in your store, you get value out of your store. I cannot have 1,000 listings totaling $26,000 and then say I want to make $1,000 a day. No way. With what I get, what kind of things that I sell, there's no way it's going to work for me. I have to take my situation and make the most of it. Now, I want to make this clear. I'm not telling you guys what you should do. I'm not profit shaming anybody. I think it's passable what I do. I don't know your situation. Those of you watching, I really don't know, and I can only speak to what I experience, what I'm dealing with, and if this gives you any kind of ideas or maybe motivation in the same way I got from Joe, then hey, it was worth the time making the video. And I'm not going to get to everything on this video. What I want to do is just kind of, this is more of a, here's what I want to accomplish. And by jumping into AI with you guys, so you guys can kind of see, maybe it's an accountability thing. Maybe it'll allow me to hold myself accountable, maybe dive a little deeper. Maybe we can all learn a little bit more about eBay and the process and the things that are important. That's kind of what I want to do. Now, what I'd like to do is go through not necessarily my individual listings, because I sell a lot of auto parts. I sell just things that come up in liquidation, and some of these are stock photos, but most of them are not. These are just photos with the white background removal, and most of them, about a good majority. I don't know that man sitting on the bed, so that's a stock photo. So just things that I'm listing are just all over the place. There's nothing special at all, guys, about what I'm selling. So I guess the reason why I'm showing you this is because I want you to know that I'm not just some guy selling a bunch of iPhones and stereo receivers and the latest video games. I'm just a guy selling average liquidation stuff that I come across. And if there's sell-through on it, depending, I kind of have a formula in my head. The more sell-through that an item has, I can spend a little bit more on the item. And if the item is sold but not so much over the last 90 days, I could still buy the item, but I'm into it for like $1 or $2. That's kind of the way I work it. And you see that I have, like, if you look at my SKU right here, if you look at the SKU column, I have, whoops, I just sorted it by SKU, so I don't want that. I don't want that. Bear with me, and they want to keep doing offers. I'll do that later. Okay, well, I've got some of these are screwed up though, because I've put locations on these, and I know for a fact this is all screwed up. Like the shower chair, I know that's in the garage. I've got one left out of 40 something. Can you believe it? I just listed this and I put it in 29, and it's not I've noticed that when you're inputting your SKU, I believe the Jabsco is in 2. So I remember seeing that. So I'll put that, and I swear I thought I sold that, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll mess with that after the video. So that's not the purpose of me pulling this up. Purpose of me pulling this up is to show you what kind of the items that I sell. Nothing special at all. It's nothing that you're going to write home to mom about. When you're telling everyone what do you sell, you're not going to say, oh, I sell iPhones and video games. At least in my case, I'm going to say I sell everything. And that holds true. A lot of electronics, a lot of home goods, a lot of health and beauty stuff, a lot of home and garden stuff, and maybe some pet care stuff. And that's kind of what I do on this main account. My garage is full of it right now. I just picked up a bunch more of it. And so for me, it's about getting this stuff up faster than what I can sell it at, which I have right now currently 5 sales that I need to get shipped. Don't ship till Friday because of Juneteenth. We were watching this on Juneteenth Day. And now the goal is, how do I get this up to, I said a couple months ago, 600. And I still hold with that. 600 a day will give me 18,000 a month, and roughly about 8,200 a month free and clear before taxes. But I got to tell you, seeing what I saw with Mr. Joe, it just makes me fired up. It makes me think I can get this right here. See where that is? The 22nd of May. I can get there if I push it. And of course, I'm going to have days like this, or $82 days. But I can get more of these days with more inventory, as long as I don't cheat. Now, what I want to do, and I apologize to you if this isn't giving you a whole lot of information right now, but this is kind of the public challenge that I'm giving myself. I want to get in here and start diving into the traffic. What does this mean? Now, I don't have all the answers, and I don't expect you to have all the answers. What I want to do is I want to dive into here and have Grok or AI, whatever tool you want, and to show you that you can get AI to really break down your store and to maybe give you some ideas on how to proceed. Here's a concern of mine. I have 1.8 million impressions. I'm down 14.9%. Now, despite the last week, I have a lot more items in my store than I ever have. I'm still down in impressions. I'm promoting almost everything. So there's no reason for that. My listing views are down 24%. Now, what is it? I'm not getting in a lot of search results as I used to, as of the prior month. And I'm not getting a lot of action when people are seeing my item in their best match search. So I've got to figure that out. Now, thankfully, the number of sales on my items haven't dropped. My click-through rate has dropped 13.5%. Oh, bear with me a second. That's Mr. Archie calling me. I'll have to call him back when I'm done recording this. But look, this is the good news. My conversion rate has gone up 2.2%. I'm up 31% in my sales conversion rate. So the goal for me, and then the goal hopefully for you, is let's learn this together. And let's not just take John's answer for it. Let's consult. AI has errors and stuff. You can't entirely trust it, but it's going to be more correct than any YouTuber that you know. There's no YouTuber out there that doesn't make mistakes. I don't care what channel they are not perfect, and they are not 100% up to speed. Caught many YouTubers, including myself, making mistakes on these videos. So incorporating AI, a very, very useful tool if done right, to help me decipher impressions, listing views, quantity sold, all these things, and then to dive in. What do I need to do with these individual listings? What is a strategy that I can use? I promise you, AI is going to give me some kind of an answer. Now, is it feasible? Some of the answers feasible. Like, is it going to ask me to, start showing my listings on social media to get more sales? I mean, it's quite possible, but I'm not going to follow that advice. I just wanted to show this to you, let you know. Flipping Ain't Easy channel, we're going to try to give you more content that's relevant to what I'm doing. Yeah, we'll deal with the policy stuff when it comes up, but I got to tell you, I've got over maybe over 500 videos. I've lost track, and I don't want to regurgitate the same thing. I do want to do some videos while I'm out working in the garage, kind of share my thoughts on things. I want to get in here, dive in, and really kind of uncover tidbits and nuggets of information that can not only help myself. I could do that off the camera. I was going to do it off the camera, but I thought, why not bring you guys along for the ride? And it might kind of hold me accountable, might give you something to think about, and it's something that I want to look forward to. Maybe we'll do it once a week. Maybe we'll kind of do it in progress once a week, where we kind of just go through this. So what I'll do eventually on the next episode here is go in and say, okay, Grok, here's my store. I've got, say, 300 items in my store. Here's my numbers. So, I'm doing screenshots. Here's my numbers. And how do I improve these numbers? And I believe also you can tell it to look at your store. I've actually sent over URL links, and it's been able to look at the store and go, okay, I've heard stories where, like, Archie had like a stack of CDs and said, of these CDs, can you give me the average sale price on eBay in used condition? And it went through and gave him a list of every CD in his stack, was stacked up, and he was able to he went and took time to confirm, and it was pretty darn accurate. So it does go in and scrape data. So heck, I don't know, maybe this will be a dud exercise, but if you like to jump into the numbers, if you like to kind of figure out what the little things mean, because I know for the longest time, people look at impressions and like, I don't even know what that means. Listing views, I don't, okay, I guess that's the number of times they looked at my item, but what does that mean to me? I don't have 6,900 sales, so I can care less if someone looks at my views. This is what matters. How many did I sell, and how much money did I make? Let's get a little deeper than that. Let's start seeing, how do we build? I think this is the most important number right there. What is your sales conversion rate for your store? Now, I just shared it with you, 2.2%, up 31%. That just shows you how atrocious it was. And I was making more money because I had more views and impressions, and my click-through was a little bit higher. So I want to understand what it means. Now, a lot of times I'll do my homework before I make a video, and I'll talk to you and show you what it means to me, and I'll read an article to you. But I really think that if you want to be considered knowledgeable or even an expert in eBay, you got to really not only know what a definition of an impression is or a page view is, you really got to know what it means, not in definition, but as it pertains to your store and how it affects your bottom line. And that's sort of the whole goal of this. So not a whole lot of nuggets today, but I just wanted to make a video that I'm going to challenge myself to really try to fix these things that I showed you, and to really improve on what some people might say. I have 200 and average 250 listings a month, over a 90-day period is kind of the average number of listings I've had, and I've had 420 sales within a 90-day period, and that's pretty darn good, pretty darn strong for such a small store at such a high ASP. And I'm sitting here saying that my goal is to improve it. I want to improve it. And so I'm taking you, those of you who are interested, along for the ride. And if it's something you're interested in, comment down below and let me know what you think. Is this something you want to see? And do you think this is something that you can learn from as well? So just the first installment. We'll do this again, but I just wanted to set the table here so you guys understand what I'm trying to do. And yeah, we'll see. And we'll dive into things like this here, the listings quality report. Maybe you have it, maybe you don't, but it's a report. Oops. It's a report that I think a lot of people could benefit from. There it is. I'm gonna be at eBay Open in August, so I'm gonna ask them, how come people don't have this yet? And it's gonna tell you, once you get it, where you rank in the top 10 categories in the categories you sell in as compared to your competition. So yeah, we're gonna do that too. So let's dive deep. If you want to dive deep, join me. Maybe we'll do these things on Wednesday evenings. Just got back from dinner with Larry Way Out and Archie Biscuit Butt. We had a great time. But I think that Wednesday nights, not every Wednesday, most Wednesdays, maybe every Wednesday, we'll try to dive deep into the minutia of eBay. So, and if it's not a series that people care about, then I guess I'll just keep it to myself. Want to know what you think down below if you're interested in this kind of a video. So that's it. I just wanted to put it out there, throw the gauntlet down, and challenge myself to really dive in and make eBay work for me. And just instead of doing eBay blindly without having a full, complete understanding of what all these numbers mean. eBay gives you these numbers for a reason, and how many resellers really understand it. And I want to understand it. And if you want to understand it, maybe I can help you understand it just vicariously through me. So let's do that. And again, put your comments down below. So if you enjoy this type of content, please do me a favor, hit the like button, get yourself in the next 24 hours. It works. I don't know how or why. If you enjoy the content we put out, why not subscribe to the channel? And of course, if you want to be notified every time we make new content, sometimes we do pop-up videos. You guys should know we do a live every Monday and Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Well, then hit that notification bell so that you can be notified. But uncovering all these numbers, challenging yourself to do more than what you have before, whether it's you feel like it's possible or not, well, those are just more examples of how flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your day, and we will talk to you here very soon. Take care.
Chargebacks, returns, and lowball offers too. Barrel takedowns, they're a pain. What can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. With flipping ain't easy, by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the things that are within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh. Flipping's more than a game. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. With flipping ain't easy, by your side. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh. Flipping's more than a game. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll learn from them. have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. Flipping ain't easy, by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the things that are within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast, Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh. Flipping's more than a game. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast, Profit Playbooks. The name with Scott and Josh. Flipping's more than a game. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. Flipping ain't easy, by your side.